OpenAI just dropped ChatGPT Atlas, and this might be the biggest shift in how we use browsers since Chrome launched back in 2008. This is a full AI-powered browser built from the ground up around ChatGPT, and it's available to download right now on Mac. Let me be clear about what this actually is. This isn't just your regular browser with an AI chatbot slapped onto the side. Atlas fundamentally reimagines what a browser can do by making ChatGPT the core of the entire experience. And after looking at what they've built, I genuinely think this could change how we interact with the web. So what makes Atlas different? There are three massive features that set it apart from anything else out there right now. First up is what they're calling Chat Anywhere. Imagine you're reading a research paper, or you're looking at a GitHub pull request, or you're comparing products on different websites. Normally, you'd have to copy text, switch tabs, paste it into ChatGPT, get your answer, then switch back. It's clunky. With Atlas, there's an Ask ChatGPT button on every single web page you visit. Click it, and a companion sidebar slides out. ChatGPT can see whatever page you're on and help you understand it, summarize it, or answer questions about it right there in the moment. But here's where it gets really interesting. You're not just asking one-off questions. You can have a full conversation with the page. You can dig deeper, ask follow-ups, and really understand what you're looking at. It's less like using a search engine and more like having an expert sitting next to you as you browse. The second major feature is browser memory. This is huge. Just like ChatGPT remembers things about you over time and gets more personalized, Atlas does the same thing as you browse. It learns your preferences, understands what you're working on, and starts making intelligent suggestions. Say you're researching vacation spots. Atlas might proactively pull together information you'd find useful or remind you about that doc you were reading yesterday. The more you use it, the more helpful it becomes. And this shows up in really practical ways. On your home screen, below the search bar, you'll see personalized suggestions. These aren't generic recommendations. They're based on what Atlas knows about your browsing patterns and what you might need next. It could be a news article it thinks you'd be interested in, or it could suggest an agent task to automate something you do regularly. The browser is actually paying attention and trying to help you. Now here's the feature that honestly blew my mind. Agent mode. This is where ChatGPT doesn't just give you information, it actually takes control of your browser and does things for you. You can literally watch it typing, clicking, filling out forms, and navigating websites on your behalf. It has its own little cursor that moves around the screen. Let me give you a real example from their demo. Someone had a Google Doc with project tasks that needed to be transferred into Linear, which is project management software. They also needed to leave comments reminding team members to fill in their tasks. Instead of doing this manually, they just told Atlas Agent Mode to handle it, and it did. It read the Google Doc, understood the context, created the tasks in Linear, tagged the right people, and left polite reminder comments in the doc. All automatically. Or here's another one. Say you're looking at a recipe for dinner and you need to scale it for 8 people instead of 4. You can ask Atlas to figure out the ingredients. It does the math, and then you can say, order the meat and vegetables for me. Agent mode kicks in, knows you shop at Safeway on Instacart, navigates there, searches for each item, and adds them to your cart. You just review and check out. That's it. The agent can handle tasks you find tedious, teach you how to use software you've never seen before, or automate workflows you do repeatedly. And you can watch it work in real time, or let it run in the background while you do other things in different tabs. Now I know what you're thinking. An AI agent with full access to my browser and logged-in accounts? That sounds terrifying from a security standpoint. OpenAI clearly thought about this too. They've built in multiple layers of safety. First, the agent only operates within your browser tabs. It can't execute code on your computer or access other files. Everything happens in the browser environment. Second, you always get to approve before agent mode activates. It's not going to randomly start taking control. Third, you can choose whether the agent is logged in or logged out of your accounts for any given task. If it doesn't need access to your personal data, you can run it in a more restricted mode. Browser memory is also completely optional. You can turn it off during setup or manage your memories and settings at any time. And obviously, you can use incognito mode whenever you want ChatGPT to forget everything about that session. The control is in your hands. What about the actual browsing experience? According to the team, Atlas isn't just a clever AI gimmick. It's built to be a genuinely great browser. Fast, smooth, with all the standard features you'd expect like tabs, bookmarks, and password autofill. You're not sacrificing anything by switching. You're just gaining this entire AI layer on top. Search has also been completely rethought. When you search in Atlas, you get chat-style responses, but you can also quickly pivot to traditional search with tabs for images, videos, or news. And when you click a search result, chat slides over in a split view. So you still have that companion with you. You can have a conversation with your search results instead of just being dumped onto a web page. There's also this feature they're calling cursor chat. If you're writing an email or editing a document, you can highlight text, hit the ChatGPT button, and ask it to tidy your language or change the tone. It edits the text right there in line. No more copying, pasting, switching tabs. It's seamless. So who can use this? Atlas is launching today on macOS for all ChatGPT users worldwide. However, Agent Mode is currently limited to Plus and Pro subscribers. They're working on Windows and mobile versions as quickly as possible. But Mac is where it starts. Looking at the bigger picture, this feels like OpenAI's vision for how we'll use the internet in the AI era. The URL bar and search box made sense for the old web. Chat-based interaction might be the interface for the new web, and with features like browser memory and agent mode, we're moving toward browsers that don't just display information but actively help us accomplish tasks. This is still early days. OpenAI is clear about that. But they're thinking about things like custom instructions following you everywhere on the web. Agents proactively finding information you need before you ask, and getting better at understanding what you're trying to do. The potential here is genuinely exciting. ChatGPT Atlas is available to download now if you're on Mac. Whether this becomes the browser everyone switches to or just pushes other companies to innovate faster, we're definitely watching something significant unfold. The browser wars just got a lot more interesting. Thanks for watching out. See you in the next one.